My name is Jason Barksdale. I'm a Formula One air racer in runner 592 here. And in 2011, I was crashed into by the Galloping Ghost almost directly. I spent 3 days in ICU and probably the next 10 days in a hospital. It took me about, I would say, 6 months of physical therapy, 9 months in a wheelchair, and over a year and a half on crutches to be able to walk again. And after I could, the only thing I could think about was flying an airplane. It was all I wanted to do was just fly. Maybe I wanted what I can't have, I'm not really sure. But I just started immediately trying to work my way back to getting my first class medical, and it took me next to 5 years to obtain it in the first class standards. So I got back in, and as soon as I did, I went up for a flight in 172 and just was bored. I wanted to go faster, all I wanted to do. So I went to my dad and I said, "Dad, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I really would like to race an airplane." And he looked right at me without skipping a beat and said, "How can I make that happen?" 6 months later, we got this. We purchased Tony the Tiger, and we're here to race it. We're the slowest airplane out there, but man, are we having fun. It's just been great.
So what do you think of when you're flying?
You know, it's kind of hard. You don't really have time to think about anything like that. You're just flying, and it's something I love to do. It's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. So I'm not even really thinking about anything. I'm just enjoying the moment and every second you can, because, you know, flying an airplane is a finite resource. It's going to run out. You're going to run out of time. You're going to run out of age. Or you're going to run out of money. Something's going to happen.
So tell me about your plane.
So our plane, we have Race 592 Tony the Tiger. It's a Cassett. It's a Cassett 3N. It was built back in the 80s, but it hadn't raced. There was a gentleman by the name of Brian Reberry who raced it in 2011, 2012, and 2013. It's a stock motor with a cruise prop. We're the slowest airplane out there, but we're just here to have some fun. So it's all about me figuring out this whole air racing thing. I need to learn what I'm doing so I can come back next year and be faster.
Awesome.
That's the
plan. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, man.
Justin Metters from Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm a rookie in the Formula One class this year.
So what's different about you than other pilots?
Well, I'm the first paraplegic pilot here at Reno, so we had to basically redesign the rudder control system in the airplane so that I could operate it by hand, and the brakes as well, and the throttle. Throttle is normally by hand, but you have to be able to get to the throttle and the brakes and the rudder all at the same time. So we had to do a completely different system in there for that, and removed everything that would normally be controlled with your feet and replaced it all with a new design for hand operation.
Wow. So you're really busy while you fly.
Yeah, I tell everybody it's a handful, literally.
So what class do you fly?
Formula One class. We are in the mid 200 range, 250 range. Fastest speed yesterday was 247. So they're really fast airplanes. They're a little bitty airplane, between 500 and 600 pounds, with a 200 cubic inch engine that normally makes only 100 horsepower. We turn them up a lot higher RPM, so they make a little bit higher horsepower than that. But they're a purpose-built airplane for racing only.
How many races a year do you think you'll do?
We're leaving from Reno to go to Thailand for a race over there, and that'll be the finish of the season. So I'll only have 2 this season. But the Air Race 1 series that you can see on the side of the airplane, this airplane's traveled before I was flying the airplane. Jay Jones was flying it, and we lost him on the 4th of July. So I was going to continue flying the airplane for now. But he took the airplane over to Africa and raced in Africa, Spain several times. And then, of course, Reno, since the 90s, has been flying this airplane. But now the World Series is going on, the Air Race 1 series, so next year should be an even bigger year for the series. So we're going to have Thailand again next year, and then most likely back to Spain and a few other places.
Wow.
And then Reno, of course, too.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So with the Air Race 1 World Cup Series, do you think Reno's race is going to get busier, a lot more pilots?
Well, right now we're a full field, so 24 airplanes. If we have more than that, then somebody's not going to get to race, which is fine. That's how racing goes. And definitely that's a possibility for the future. So it's going to be the fastest 24 airplanes make the show. That'll be pretty cool in terms of getting fast airplanes out of somebody's hangar and out here. You know, they've been building it for 5 years or something. There's a lot of airplanes that showed up this year for the first time that are just flying. They're fast airplanes. So it's been a really cool year for everybody in the Formula One class.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Yep.
I'm not pretending. No love, no glory, no happy ending. This is the way you get me. I'm not pretending. No love, no glory, no happy ending.